That's the yoga for today.
Good morning. LOL. Just kidding. It's not morning. It is definitely 6 o'clock here. Okay. So, I totally forgot. I forget. Well, maybe. It slipped my mind to pull a card this morning for guidance for the day. So, I'm going to do it now. Better late than never. Some Aboriginal dreaming guidance for us as a collective. Whoa. So many of them fell out. So many of them fell out. That's like half the deck. You want to help me pick? Do you want to pick? So many of them fell out. That's like half the deck. You want to help me pick? Do you want to pick a card? Okay. How many do we pick? 1. Sydney Harbour Bridge. That's an interesting picture. I remember we got that one before. Yep. What an interesting little creature. What do you think it means? I think it's creating, I feel like this card is going to be about creating connections, then like kind of also about like letting go of things, letting like the water pass underneath us. 45. The Sydney Bridge. Let's read about the Sydney Bridge. Thank you. And then I'll read the story. Alright, so the Sydney Harbour Bridge is all about structure, technology, and achievement. Alright, so the Sydney Harbour Bridge is all about structure, technology, and achievement. In the dreaming, in this case the modern dreaming, there once was a giant kangaroo who lived on the original land of Arota people, on the southern shores of what is known today as Sydney Harbour. He fed upon the grasses that grew there, and in time he became the largest kangaroo that had ever lived. He was enormous, his forelegs were like the sinuous branches of a sapling tree, and his hind legs were so large if a man wrapped his arms around them, he would not be able to clasp his 2 hands together. One day, this great kangaroo decided that he would go to the northern side of the water, perhaps because the grass looked greener over there, or because there was more shady trees to protect him from the harsh, penetrating sun that was beating relentlessly down. He may have caught the scent of a potential mate, or there may have been a hungry hunter tracking him. Rather than traveling the long way around the edge of the harbor, which would take some time, he planned to leap across, perhaps thinking this would be quicker and easier. The distance was very great, so it would require a great jump. But he was a big kangaroo. He was confident, sure of himself, his strength and ability. Besides, he may have thought if he couldn't leap the entire distance, he would always swim the rest of the way. The possibility of a shark in the waters would have been a good incentive to extend himself and make the leap successfully. The kangaroo took a huge run-up to reach the speed needed to leap across the harbor, but as he ran, he misjudged his jump and leapt too soon. This great beast became bogged down in the mud on both sides of the harbor. With his front legs on one side of the water, his hind legs on the other, he was trapped and was unable to move. There he died. Today his bones form the Sydney Harbour Bridge. What are we supposed to learn from that? To me, that just is really freaking sad. This modern dreaming represents a striving to achieve, to go beyond natural limitations. The Sydney Harbour Bridge is possibly the best known symbol of Australia, more familiar than any of the native flora and fauna. This in itself shows how we have become out of contact with nature, including our personal nature. Today, the kangaroo's bones are a songline for the humming and roaring of cars, trucks, trains, and other machines. The pollution these vehicles create is another symbol of how unnatural our lives have become. The kangaroo thought he could make the leap. He had great confidence. He became a memorial to ambition. Today, traffic can cross from one side of the harbor to the other much more quickly by the bridge than by land. The kangaroo's plan was to save time, which he is doing to this day, albeit in the service of others. The bridge spans the card. The color blue predominant, my favorite, dominates, symbolizing mental energies and highlighting the strong mental focus displayed by the giant kangaroo, whose belief in himself surpassed his physical limitations. The blue also represents sky and water, and therefore the energies of air and water, thought, and the emotions of the traditional Western description of the four elements of nature. The bridge separates the two, and even though it is an artificial construction, it serves as a unifying principle. Achievement, technology, structure. Interesting. It's just a crazy, sad story. It's just like he wanted to get to the other side for some reason. He wanted to get the other side and had a goal, and then got stuck. Couldn't make the jump, even though he was the biggest, and died. But now there is a shorter way to get between the North Shore and the South Shore. All right, let's pull a card from this deck. North Shore and the South Shore. All right, let's pull a card from this deck. Just enjoying our company. I was just talking about that. Okay, valves and trying to think. This new moon, I know it's like the typical thing, just to go inward, let go of what you want to let go of, and plant your seeds. But this is really, yesterday the cards were telling us to listen to the universe. It's like it wants to continue to encourage us to just sit with ourselves in silence, without influence, without any pollution, noise pollution, and just listen and receive messages openly. Cool. I just posted, it took forever to load, but the moon is not showing yet, a new moon yoga series on my YouTube. And it's just like a simple yoga flow, but it's to honor this moon. It's very fitting for like the Hermit, being alone, looking inward. Can you be careful with that, please? Yo, go over there. Go over there with that. Thank you. Okay. Namaste. Have a good night. I hope your day has been wonderful. I'll pull some more cards tomorrow morning. Make the rest of your day magic. Peace out.